Hello, hello, it's June Olson with Junebug Creations. Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Stampin' Up! Demo. Wow, how do I usually say it? It's a Saturday evening. It's been a long day. All right. Anyways, I'm coming to you live from Whitefish, Montana, and I'm really excited today about doing this. I've been watching videos and, lives from other demonstrators today. The Creative 8 team, and I've gotten really inspired, and I thought, you know what, I need to just go ahead and go do my Paper Pumpkin Live before I get another kit in the mail. It should be, the January one should be here any day. Hopefully I do get it. I'm not sure. I know some people have, so I'm not sure why I haven't yet. And I trust it's not going to be the same thing as what happened with the winter bird nests of winter one. Oh, cross your fingers for me, because give me some finger crossing emojis, because I really want that kit, and I would really be upset if that happened again. So let's go ahead and get started, because I have 2 to 3 or 4 cards, and I'm doing some casing. And what I mean by some casing, casing is copy and share everything. And so a lot of people put things on Pinterest. I've gotten out of the habit of that. I need to get back into it. Hi, Missy. Hi, Sharon. And so I got on there just to see what are people doing with this kit. And that's what I do. I'll get on there and I'll just kind of see, and then my own brain will snowball the ideas, or all of a sudden I'll get some sort of inspiration. Sharon, you haven't gotten your new one yet? Oh, that's a good sign to me, because that means then I may not be I may not be in trouble like last time. So anyway, so I saw some cards and I was like, oh, I think I'm going to try that. I usually will change them up. I'll let you know who I saw the cards from. And then I got this really cute idea. And then shortly thereafter, I saw somebody else had already tried it. And I was like, all right, great minds think alike. So let's go ahead and get started. This is our Paper Pumpkin Kit. It comes once a month to your mailbox. All you have to do is add a pair of scissors, because it is all-inclusive. And so that's an awesome thing, that it's all inclusive, because this is what we want. We want to be able to just grab this kit, grab a pair of scissors, and run out the door if we want a kit on the go. So kits are great for that. Everything's in the box that you need. I'm going to put those aside. All right, so it's always a stamping kit for Paper Pumpkin. So we have our Blackberry Bliss, and then we have our sentiment stamps in this one. It's just sentiment stamps. So you have lots of them that you can use. Just a note, thank you, congrats, hello, get well soon, lots of love, best of luck, and happy birthday. And these are all sentiments that we can all use at any time during the year. So I'm going to set this aside, because I've got my large Blackberry Bliss, and I use this for giveaways. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to set this aside for now as well. And then in your very first kit, you get a clear block to use with all your future stamps. All right, so make sure you keep it in a safe place. I always keep it in the box that I'm working on, and then when I get my new kit, I move it over to the next one. So that's something you can think about doing. All right, and I just realized I forgot to grab my paper. I'm making a mess today, and for those of you who have, that's not where I wanted to grab. For those of you who know me well, you know that I am not frequently a messy sort of person. I'm just not really into making messes. But today, some of the ideas that I saw and that I came up with, it's going to be messy. So we're just going to go with it. Here are our no-fail instructions. There's 3 different cards, all the envelopes. So there's 9 cards. And then it shows you here what ingredients go with each card. And then our no-fail instructions, because it's just arrows and pictures. So everybody can follow arrows and pictures. It doesn't matter whatsoever. But we're going to set this aside, because we've already made those cards. And here they are. There's this one. Just a note, it's got the little vellum leaves behind there, super pretty. And then we have this one. Again, we've got the vellum leaves behind there, and just very simple. All the cards are scalloped all the way around, not just the front. so they're scalloped all the way around. And lots of room for writing on the inside. If you don't want to write that much, there's ways to hide that. I'm not showing you that part today. All right, so then we have the congrats. And then what I did is I took this idea and all I did was change it up by embossing the front. I didn't do anything else. All I did was emboss that, and look how it just stepped it up and took it to the next level. I didn't even pop it up on dimensionals or anything. I just changed the background, embossed it. That's it. I love the amazing change that that did to the card with just the embossing. And this is the exposed brick embossing folder, which is becoming one of my absolute favorite ones, even more so than the painted textures or the subtle something that I used to absolutely love. That one's doing it. That one's getting there. All right, so we don't want to put this too far away because it's great for when we do our stamping. All right, and then we have our adhesives, our tear and tape, and our dimensionals. Set those aside, and then we have our gems here. So everything you need is in the kit. So I'm going to start off with, let's see, I think with this one. And then what I did, oh, I need one of these. What sentiment do I feel like doing with this one? I think I'm going to do a get well soon. I've been hearing lately of people who are getting sick. Now, who wants to be sick? Not I. So everybody say not I if you don't want to be sick, because that's definitely no fun. So I'm going to use the get well soon. Therefore, we're going to go ahead and go with one of the circles. And I'm going to set that, I don't know where to set. I can't set it too far because I need stuff. All right, so here we go. All right, now the beauty of this glass mat, which is now for sale for anybody, but the beauty of the glass mat is you can make a mess here and then you can clean it up. So it comes with this wonderful like chamois rag, and I went and I got mine wet because it was bone dry and stiff. And so I've got this handy so that I can clean up my mess that I'm going to make. So I'm going to take a sponge dauber. Let me find the sponge dauber I want. I want Old Olive, so I'm going to take my Old Olive sponge dauber and my Old Olive ink. All right, and I'm going to set that there because it's not going to shake all over the place, like it would just totally slide on here. All right, we're going to move these things out of the way because we don't want those to get messed up. And I'm going to tap this on here, and I'm just going to start changing the color. Now, if you don't have the glass mat, then you would put paper, scratch paper under this. And I'm just going to kind of add some color to the vellum. Let me go ahead and, let's see, get you zoomed in a little bit. All right, glad you're home. Oh, Missy, you're home? Yay! That's awesome. So now the only thing is that usually you would tap off. So you could tap over here and then come back and then grab some more of that color over here. Are you amazed that I'm making a mess? All right, and then people who know me know I'm not really big into messes. All right, so we're not solidly covering it, but we're just kind of giving it a hue of color. Okay, we're just giving it a hue of color so it's not quite so dark, but it's not solidly covered. All right, it's not solidly covered, so you can see that. And then we're going to close this up so we don't like make a real mess. And then we're going to bring in our little cloth and we're going to clean up that mess. Look at that. All clean. Are you amazed? So we'll let it dry. Look, it's already dry. I didn't even know it dried that fast. Oh, I see a little bit of something there. All right, so it's already dry. I thought I was going to have to put paper down. How awesome is that? So then we're going to come over here and we're going to bring this one, set that aside, and it's got the you can't really see it. It's got some color on it. I'm going to leave it closed like this because now I'm going to come in with my Pretty in Pink. Move that one out of the way. I'm going to come here, and then I'm going to bring in my brush. And I'm going to tap this, tap off over here, and I'm going to just add some color to this white, because also, if you know me, I have a hard time with a lot of white. Now I'm keeping my card over here because I don't want it to get all over, but I'm just using a little bit to bring in some color. All right, super simple, super easy, messy, yes, but as you saw before, when you have the glass mat, it cleans up quick. Look at that. And it's dry just as quick. It's dry. I can't believe it's dry. Like, I'm totally in shock. So maybe I do like the glass mat. I was on the fence about it. I've been using it, but I haven't used it. I've just been crafting on it here on my lives. Now I'm starting to use it, and now that I know it dries that fast. So now we have a little bit of color. All right, so then we're going to kind of add some layers. See, so now that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good, but let's go ahead and bring this in, and we're going to bring in our Blackberry Bliss and do our sentiment of get well. Make sure it, okay. I was using some photopolymer stamps, new photopolymer stamps earlier, and they were not stamping very well, so, and I didn't practice with them. I've been getting ready for the local and virtual retreat. The local retreat is next weekend. And so I've been making a bunch of things for that. And then I am also, then a couple weeks later is the virtual retreat, but I have to have everything in the mail. So that's coming too. Then what I did is, you know how we have these dies that go with the paper pumpkin? I cut some of those out in Old Olive and Mossy Meadow. Okay, so I cut some of these out in Old Olive and Mossy Meadow to kind of just add to my card. And so I'm going to put this one back here and this one up here, and that just gives it a little more greenery, right? Because everyone loves green. Greenery is calming. So now we just need to put it together. All right, so because this is going to be hidden, I'm going to put a few glue dots on the back. I'm going to put a few dabs of glue. Typically you wouldn't use the green glue on your vellum because it shows through, but since it's going to be covered, I'm going to use a little bit of green glue. All right, just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere, and I'm keeping it fairly down low where I know it's going to be covered. All right, so we're going to do that, and then I'm actually going to put this one on dimensionals. Oh, I've got a started one over here. Nope, don't know where it is. All right, I've been crafting all over the place, back and forth. That counter is a disaster. I don't know if you could see it. It's just full of stuff that I've been using and just setting there, whether it was for my live or for the vendor event or for crafting. I've been making a big old mess. My table is covered in stuff for the retreat, and just been having fun, and I'll probably do some more tonight. Maybe watch a movie while I do, or listen to a movie more than watch. All right, so I want a little bit showing on each side, and then I'm going to stick a little bit of glue down here. All right, and that one's gonna come up. I think I tipped that. There we go. And then I think, do I want it over here? I think I want it. I just laid that out differently than I had originally planned, so that's okay. Sometimes that happens. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do that here. And then we're going to put the good get well right here to kind of block this little mess here. So we only need a dimensional over here. And then we need to just put a little bit of glue over here so it'll stay attached. All right, just like that. Here we go. All right, and then I was trying to decide if we want, so this ribbon, this is the Blackberry Bliss and Gold ribbon. It is textured ribbon, and it's Blackberry Bliss. It's on the last chance list. It's only $9. You get 10 yards. So I was going to make a little bow and see if it would work on this card or not, or if it's too bulky for the card. So I just wanted to see, because it goes with the gems, which are also a gold, and it's just such a beautiful ribbon. I'm bummed that it's going, because Blackberry Bliss, if you've been watching for a while, you know Blackberry Bliss is one of my favorites. So far, not that messy. Hey, messier than usual on the glass anyways. We're not done though, Missy. Just wait. You're going to be in shock. All right, so bow or no bow? Bow or no bow? Let me know. Bow or no bow? What do you think? Bow or no bow? I wish the colors would do better. I just don't understand why the colors don't show up as nicely. So, but it really is pretty nice. Missy says bow. Sharon says no bow. You girls, that is just not helpful. I kind of like the bow there. So, or do we want it? No, we don't want it there. We could put it over here. No, I kind of like how it went there. I'm going to go ahead and go with the bow. Sharon, you're not helpful. Not helpful when it goes one or the other, or when you guys are tied. Let's put it that way. All right, let's put some glue dots on here. I'm going to use 2 glue dots to make sure it stays, because it is a bit of a larger bow. All right. And then we'll go ahead and put a couple gems on here. Where's my take your pick tool? Somewhere over in that mess. All right, well, good thing I've got the backup, because I can still use this end at least instead of having to use fingers. All right, so I'll put some gems over here, and then we'll do one more gem up over there. All right. So there we go. No, not super messy, but I'm just working my way up. All right. So there is another card. All right. And that was without embossing, but that was using more dimensionals to kind of pop it up. So let's go and get into our next card, which will be a little messier. All right. We're going to use this one. And I think sentiment-wise, lots of love, just a note. I think I'm going to go with the just a note. No, I'm going to go with the thank you. I can always use thank yous, and I really wanted something long. All right, so there we go. There's thank you. So let's see, what went in this shape? Is that for the birthday? That's for the birthday. All right, so I guess we're going long, long, long. All right, and then we're going to go for another one of these. So, all right, brings out the pink. The bow, yeah, it does kind of bring out the pink. All right, so that's vellum. That's too difficult to hang on to. Need another card base. There's an envelope for the other one. Here's another card base. And then where they are, there we go. I need one of those. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stamp first with our Blackberry Bliss favorite color. All right, what's your favorite Stampin' Up! Color? Or do you have a favorite Stampin' Up! Color? So, yeah, I know you're all thinking, wait, Jen, I thought purple was your favorite color. Purple is my favorite color, but Blackberry Bliss is my favorite Stampin' Up! Color. All right, I tend to veer more towards the purpley pinks when I look at the purples and stuff. So I had to have that conversation with my mother the other day. It's more of the purpley pinks that I am looking at. All right, so here we go. All right, we're working our way up to a mess. This one is not very messy either, but the next one will be. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold this back. And I'm gonna line it up with this one. And you could score it, but sometimes with this kind of thing, I just find that it's easier to fold it that way versus trying to figure out what the measurement is. So I didn't fold it all the way back because I wanted this straight edge here. So it's gonna open like that. All right, but I just realized I forgot my Blackberry Bliss. All right, here we go. We'll just use a piece of this. All right, and we're going to take this, hold on, we're going to cut, let me get my thoughts together here. We're going to cut that one off. All right, we're going to use our Pretty in Pink again. All right, like this. And change that white to Pretty in Pink, but very light. I'm just doing it super light just to take out all that white. And then we need to do this. All right, and now we're going to put this over here. I want it to have a little bit of an edge like that. And then we're going to cut it on this other side so it has a matching edge. Did I do it? Oh, I got it a little short. All right, so let's trim that off just a smidget to match. That's where it's dangerous if you don't. All right. All right, so we have this. All right, where's our card? We're going to put that like that right here. All right, but before we do, we're going to do a little bit of a mess, but I'm going to actually use this. I was going to use this, but I'm going to give it a whirl with this because that's what they said this was designed for. I am going to kind of wipe that out. Oh, that's not wiping out very well. This dries quickly. All right, maybe it'll be, it's just been collecting dust, so that's just dust in there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a water painter, and now what a lot of people do is they just squeeze this together and then they use this in place of something like this. But I'm going to do it this way. Oh, you know what? No, let's do this. This will be way easier. All right, you can't even see what I'm doing. I'm going to turn that around like that. See, When you don't use things, they get dusty if you don't put them into a bag. All right, so we're going to do a couple drops. That's 2 drops. Couple is 2. We're going to take our water painter and we're going to, come on, squeeze, push where it says push. All right, come on. I got water in here. You can tell I've used it. All right, it's slowly going. Come on. All right, I'm not sure why that's not working. So they go I always forget that they open the other way. They open the other way. We're gonna just dribble a little bit. There we go. Let's see. They go the opposite direction to screw on and screw off. Let's see. Come on. Really? Really? There we go. It's coming out. It's coming out. All right. So here we go. Here's part of the mess. Actually, I think I want to go ahead and put this on here. So we need glue just on that one side, and then we'll start making the mess. All right. Here we go. Let's glue that right here. All right. Oh, that's crooked. All right, and then what you're gonna do, that's really dark. That's really dark. Let me get some water over here on this side instead. That's really dark. I think 1 drop with Blackberry Bliss would have been good. So let's see. Sharon says Night of Navy is her favorite. Wow. See, this is the color I wanted. This is better. Those are dark. That might be a little bit of wasted color. I wonder why this isn't squeezing out very well. There we go. All right, so then what you're going to do, and I'm going to use this to kind of hold my card down. You're going to use your finger here and you're just going to tap. You're going to tap. And I want it to, there we go. Just to get around the edge, and you can see it's going all the way out to here and it's going all the way over here, so I'm making sure that I'm not leaning in too close. All right, because you don't want this on your clothes. It is water soluble, it is. So now I'm going to pick this up carefully, set it aside to dry a moment, and no, I didn't do the magic of TV thing because I had done another live, but now I'm going to use this to wipe up. It even got on there. Oh, oh, look, it went all the way back. Got on my bone folder, which wouldn't have if I'd put it away. Went all the way over there, all the way under here. All right, there we go. All right, so, and now it's dry already because it's awesome. I'm gonna leave that there because I need that for the next card. All right, so we're just letting this dry. These over here are kind of heavy drops, but you can see how it just splatters and dries. Whew. I guess I should have done it. All right, so then while that's drying, where did the pieces go for the card? Oh, I put them over here. All right, so I wanted to go ahead and add some more green to this, but this time I'm going to use some Mossy Meadow. I'm going to move that like that. To clean this, you just have to squeeze it out, and then you just do that. But right now, mine does not seem to be wanting to squeeze, so I'm going to have to clean it under running water. Let's see, Mossy Meadow. Mossy Meadow. I'm not seeing any Mossy Meadow. So I'm just going to take one of these clean ones and I'll just have to change it. So let's go ahead. That one's a little darker. And so then we're going to go ahead and use it this way. And we're just tapping it out. All right, tapping it out. All right. Here we go. I've never gotten this glass mat so dirty before. Maybe a little bit of adhesive on it, but I've never done this to it. So for me, this is messy because it's not paper that I can just crumple up. It's not paper I can just crumple up, Missy. This is messy for June. This is super messy for June. All right, so I'm gonna set that there. I'm gonna bring this baby back in. Ooh, come on. There we go. Man, I love how it cleans though. Isn't that amazing? Are you amazed? Everybody say amazed if you are amazed at how well this cleans up. All right, so that has now soaked in. We're going to go ahead and put this over here like that. And then this one, let's see, do we want it like that? No, I think we want this more this way. And this way, like that. I feel like it needs something else. Well, I guess we'll have these. We could add in, ooh, let's do that. Let's add in one of these leaves behind. All right, so I'm going to put some glue on the back of this like I did before because I know it's going to be covered. Instead of using the tear and tape the way they were, I'm just going to do this. All right, like that. Oh, my hands are picking up. So the vellum didn't dry all the way. So let's grab a piece of scratch paper. There we go. A piece of scratch paper. And just cover it like that to kind of soak up that extra color. Yeah, I see a little bit of the extra color. All right, and then we're going to put this on dimensionals like that. We want to make sure it doesn't go past that card. We're going to put dimensionals, here we go, on this, mainly in the middle. All right. Let's see. We can put it on this flower. So you want to just kind of measure it out to make sure. And we could put one, oh, I've already got one down there. We'll put one over here, maybe one up here. All right. These are messier cards than I usually, I guess I'm hung up on your thing saying, it's not messy. These are messier than I usually make. Would you not agree to that at least? I know, it's not like it really matters. Oh, yikes! That one shouldn't have been that far over, so we're going to peel it off. And it got messed up. But of course I don't want it to show, so I need to rub it off because you don't want that to show when they open up their card. There we go. All right, so just like that, and then I think we're gonna stick this guy in here. All right, so I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on the back of him, but then I gotta lift this dimensional up Oop. There we go. There we go. All right. And then you still have some space to write. We'll put the sentiment on there. Over here, we're going to use dimensionals. Over here and over here. And we're going to use a little bit of glue right there. All right. And there we go. All right. So there you have a thank you card. Kind of quick, easy, a little bit messy, messier than I like. Let's go ahead and add some gems in there. All right. There we go. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and do another one. Oop. Over there. All right. So, what do you think? Let me know what you think. All right. The splattering is definitely a little messier, definitely. You like the color on the volume? It is hard to see on the parchment card base. Yeah, it is kind of hard to see. So that's why I needed to do something else to it, because that just doesn't look right. But that's pretty quick and easy. All right, and the next one, let's see, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. All right, we're gonna do, instead of any more casing, because this idea of doing this fun fold came from Stamper Delight, and this idea, a similar one, came from Glenda Mullet. And now we're going to do a June original, which was actually inspired by Creativate Today by Jackie Bolhuis, but it's a technique that I have used before numerous different times. I was just reminded of that technique today, and I thought, oh, that would be fun to do with these cards. And I'm going to use the blackberries, because I'm using Blackberry Bliss, and I've already worked with the other two, so I want to work with this. And this is probably my last time with this kit. So let's do, I'm going to do a happy birthday. All right, so let's pull this in. All right, because we can always use happy birthdays, right? And I really wanted just kind of that oval. And that oval seems to be mainly for happy birthday. So we're going to bring this in. All right. Happy birthday. All right. So this one is a little messier. We're going to do a little bit of the tapping and the flaking off as well. Oh, I got a little boo-boo on there. Oh well. We'll just not worry about that. All right. So with this one, we're going to fold it in half like this. And we're going to bring in our big, you know what, I'm thinking maybe I want to use a smaller one. Let's see, there's a piece of glitter on there. Do I want to do, hold on, I thought I was going to do this, but now I'm thinking maybe a smaller one would be fun. No, I think I'm going to go with my original plan. All right, my original plan. So we're just going to do some watercoloring right here. All right. So we're just putting the ink on here, making a mess of our block, which is totally washable. All right, totally washable. Then we're going to bring in one of our spritzers. All right, so let me get stuff out of the way. Let me get the card base out of the way. We're going to bring one of our spritzers in. It's just a little spray. We're going to add a little bit of water. Okay, that's a little more than a little bit. All right, let's kind of swoosh it up a little bit more. All right, adding in more water. All right, and then that looks like it's going to be a big old blob, so I'm going to take that off. I don't want a big old blob. We're going to bring in our card after I wipe off all that water. All right, water wiped, surface ready. Here we go. Are you ready? We're going to put it. Oh, it's running. All right, it's running. Let's do this again. All right. Trying to get it so it doesn't run. All right, here we go, real quick. Down. Oops. And I got a little wonky, but you know what? I think I'm gonna like the wonky. All right, and it's a little thicker. I had meant to have it down, so still a work in progress. I haven't done this in a while, but look at that. All the ink is off of here. It wasn't supposed to be quite so much. So I probably used a little too much ink, but as we know from the looks of this, yeah, I got a lot of ink when it comes to this. But you can use your blocks to give you some background shapes. And then, we didn't grab our vellum leaves. Did I use them all up? Nope, here we got some. All right, so we have our vellum leaves. And I'm not going to change the color of these this time because we've got that black background and they will show up. Blackberry Bliss background and they will show up on it. So I think I'm going to turn them around that way and see. Maybe. There we go. All right, so that gives it a nice background. Now you can use different sizes and then you can do smaller ones and you could line up the blocks or, you know, whatever your heart desires. But I just kind of I just wanted that big one. Now it is damp. You can see how it's warping a little bit because it's not intended for this use. All right, so we'll just let it dry a little bit. All right, so yeah, it takes a little while to dry. All right, come on. Just the mister is what? The mister is just water? Yes, the mister is just water. You can put alcohol in here and it does something else and it dries faster, but I do not have experience with putting the alcohol in here, so I just have a little bit of water in here and then sprayed it, but I already had too much ink. I think I had too much ink on there to start with. So if I hadn't had so much ink, it probably wouldn't have been a blob. But I kind of like the blob and I kind of like that it's wonky as well. So we're going to go ahead. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut these apart because I just want it a little separated out more. So I'm going to cut these apart so they show a little more with this coming. Oh yeah, I like that much better. All right, so we're going to go ahead. And like I said, it's a little bit damp still. I can feel it's a little bit damp, but that's okay. Again, I'm going to put glue only where I know it's going to be covered because I don't want my glue to show. All right, so I've got that going this way. And then I've got this one going the other way, so you can cut those apart like that. making sure it stays on the card. And then we're going to put dimensionals on this, because I do like that. And see, I never see that until I flip it over, and then I see that little cutout. All right. So here we go. Put dimensionals on here, like that. It's going to cover the cut up vellum pieces, and that's going to be awesome. All right. There we go. And look at that fun, yummy color behind there. Doesn't that look great? So what I'm probably going to do is have to work on holding this so it doesn't cave in. So I'll probably put this under something to keep it upright. And then we can go ahead and put a dimensional on one end and then some glue on the other so it stays put. Take off that backing. Just like that. All right, and there we have a fun little card with a messy background. Now this was really where the mess is, but then I had to keep cleaning that up too, but that's okay. It was fun. It wasn't as big a mess as I thought I was going to make. Missy. You probably hopped on because you was like, June, mess, I gotta see this. So I trust I did not disappoint you with it not being super severe mess. All right. There we go. So there you go. All right, so let me move this out of the way because I'm going to have to carefully take that to the bathroom or kitchen and clean it. But here are our cards. All right. Oh, I guess I should zoom out for you so you can see them. So here are our 3 cards as alternates for. The only thing I brought in extra was some cardstock for cutting out the leaves using the dies for the paper pumpkin. I added in the Blackberry Bliss textured ribbon, and I added in some Blackberry Bliss cardstock. But amazing how this is Blackberry Bliss, although lightened, and it's this same color. So, but I really like this one, like is totally growing on me. I totally like that. I'm gonna have to remember that technique. That's such a fun technique. I've done it before. Maybe I'll do a whole live on it and show you some different ideas. Jackie Bullheist did that today, and when I saw her do it, I was like, oh yeah, I've done that one. And I love it when they do something I've done, because then I'm like, all right, I've done it. And so it just reminds me of it, though. I forget about doing it. So thank you, Sharon. All right, so thank you for joining me, Missy and Sharon. If you catch this on a replay, let me know, obviously, that you were doing a replay. Remember that, well, the Creative Escape Virtual Retreat is closed now. We're going to have a blast. I'm working on all the stuff for it. It's going to be so much fun. And then next week, I'll let you know. I'm still working out whether Mondays or Fridays, Mondays or Fridays or Wednesday. I'm still working out a set paper pumpkin date again. It's been very difficult. We had doctor's appointments this week to take care of, but I'm glad you could join me. And I looks almost like Berry Burst, right? It does almost look like Berry Burst. I was thinking that too. That's my second favorite color, by the way. All right, so thank you for joining me. I will see you all again soon. Take care. Keep crafting. Bye-bye.